Right, here we have the start of turn 2. So I never filmed turn 1 because it's quite a long turn, takes ages to go through it all. But basically what I did was, as the German player, I did overruns where I could, and I did combat attacks where I could. As the Russian player, what I did was, if there was a mandatory step loss, then I had to take it, and I think there's 9 units roughly that are off the map, kaput, gone. And if I could retreat, then I would obviously retreat, because all of the Russian units are all one step. A whole bunch of the Russian units are now revealed, so you can kind of see the numbers on them. And obviously this guy's got an attack of 3. The Germans have got, like this group of 2. It's a total of 18. So there's no way that 18 attacking this guy with a defense of 3, there's no way you're going to win if this guy was to fight this German unit. So there's no point in doing any Russian attacks. So they just moved back and try and survive for the next bit. Turn 1 had about 6 or 7 Russian units for reinforcements, and the Germans had about 10. But that starts to reverse, as I say. So the first turn was the whole full Monty. It was everything that I showed you in the back of the book. All of those steps, the whole kit. When it's raining, it will change. There'll be a couple of bits that we don't do. So, first one, it's a long turn. You don't want to see that. Not unless I speed it up. So, turn 2. I'm going to start that. Basically the scene is, clear weather's changed, so it's now absolutely chucking it down with rain. The raining means that the German motorised units, kind of like this guy, they cannot overrun. The other units, kind of these guys, they can do overruns. Because it's chucking with rain, this main road, the blue line, it is unaffected. But all of the brown lines that are roads, they are now flooded and absolutely useless to the motorised units. Normally it would be half a point to move up the road. At this point, it's just whatever the hex is. So there's no bonus for going up the roads. The German supply units, they've got a movement of 8. Because of the rain, that's halved, so they're only 4 each. And as I said, the whole bit where you get slightly extra bits in the turn is called reaction and exploitation. They don't happen when it's raining, so they won't happen this turn. Right, okay, that was the start. Let's get into turn 2. Right, first thing we do is German supply. Determine the weather. The weather's set, it's going to be rain, so we know that. Determine the German reinforcements. These are the guys you see here at the bottom. We have the option of 1 supply unit, so I'm going to pick this guy, and then we have 1, 2 and 3 units that are going to come in. So I'm going to put this guy on that road. I'm going to put these 2. These are kind of part of the grey units, so I'm going to put them, I think. I'll put them on there. This guy, he's going to go in on there. So they have to go in on those markers because of the colours, like I mentioned. Right. Determine the German air power points. I've done that. They're getting 4 points. I always keep forgetting to use the German air power points, but oh well. And determine the German supply status. Right, most of them are all in supply, but I'll show you the one that's not in supply. So pretty much all the Germans are in supply. They can all trace their way back, but the only one who can't is this guy. This guy has to come back to the supply unit, which is way down bottom of here somewhere, 8 hexes. He makes it right near the supply unit with 8. So either way, he is out of supply. Even if the unit for supply, let me just move the chap. So let's say this guy was here, the supply unit. He would still be out of supply because although he can trace back 1, 2, 3, 4, he can't go through these zones of control for these guys. So this guy, no matter what, is out of supply. So put him back there. So he is marked out of supply, and all 3 values are halved on those. So movement, defense, all that jazz, all halved. So that's the only one for the Germans that is out of supply. Let's see what else we're doing here. If the weather is snow, nope, it is not. And if Moscow is occupied, no. Right, so the next part is German movement. Right, movement, let's see what we can do. So, the German foot units can overrun. Motorised units cannot. So, these guys down here, these guys can move 7 each. Now, to move through this marshland, swampland, is 3 hexes. Trees is 2. So, we are really wanting to try and take this HQ unit. If we can get that HQ unit, then it won't really make much of a difference because there's another one just up here. But normally it would put things out of supply. So, the only thing really we're chasing is these guys, which is not much. But we'll go for it. So it would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 would get them to there. So we'll go for that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This guy would be 3, 6. Would be 3, 5. Feeling that he could join with that guy. So he's going to go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Double with that guy. This guy could do 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. This guy could do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This guy can go 1. That'd be 4, 5, 6. Yep, okay. He is going to go that way. Right. There isn't any bonus for these guys going up the road, but even then, as I say, because of the rain, that road is flooded, so no dice. Right, so they're done. Trying to keep track of which ones I've moved and which ones I haven't is problematic. Again, I was using the usual coloured counters that I'd been using before in videos, but you just end up with counters everywhere and you've got to take them all back off again. Really annoying. So, let's see what I can do here. This guy, we could try and overrun this guy, because these guys can do 7 each. You could do 2 to get in there, 1 to get in there would be 4, actually 3, so with 2, 3, plus 3 to do an overrun would be 6, and they would use their full quota to attack this guy. If we try that, right, we'll try that. So we're going to take this guy into here and overrun. So they've got an attack of 5 plus 3, 8. 8 against 3. In fact, better still, let's bring in some little instructional aids, as you could say. Right, so where was I? Yes, we have a 5 and a 3, 8 against a 3. That would be roughly a 2-to-1 ratio. This guy is in the clear, nothing there, So, because it's an overrun, I don't even know if I mentioned this in the video actually. When it's an overrun, you use a 10-sided dice. When it's just an ordinary combat, you use a 6-sided dice. So the table, you know, there's certain things in the table you'll never get when you do a combat because the table lists 9 options. So, anyway, 2-1, 2-1 in the clear, and I get a 2. Looking up the chart, 2-1 in the clear with a 2, 1/2. So, attacker has to take 1, defender has to take 2. So, because it's just a 1, it's not an L. If it was an L, you have to take a step loss. No doubt about it. So these guys can either take a step loss. This guy has 1 step, guy in the bottom has 2, or they can take a retreat. Let's see. This guy's, we're going to have to do, you do the attacker first, because if, we'll reverse it and we'll say that I'm going to do the defender first. These guys will be retreating 2 hexes, no doubt about it. They only have 1 step. So if I was to do that, then this guy now knows the result and says, oh well, I'm going to stay here and then advance. So obviously being 1 player, I know what's going to happen, but still, principle of the matter. We're going to say that the Germans are going to be a bit aggressive and they are going to take the step loss. Nonetheless, they are going to take a step loss so that they can stay there and they don't have to retreat. Now, what are the Russians going to do? Well, we know what's going to happen here. They are going to have to retreat and take 2 hex retreat. So they are going to go 1, we'll say they go 1 and join these guys, 2. Those guys that just did the retreat, they are disrupted. So I've done that completely back to front. So those guys are going into there, which is a trench. So these guys can now say, well, yep, we are going to take that advance because we already paid for that hex anyway. So German movement is done. So these guys pretty much used their movement to get there. They did 2, 3, 6 to get there. They could use the last one and move up to there. Should they? Nah. We'll say they're going to wait there. So they're going to stay there. Right. Let's see what else we got here. These guys can move 7. Well, first of all, what we'll do is we'll move these guys. These guys can move half. So they could move 12, they can now move 6. They are just going to move, let's see, 1 to there and another 3 into there because they're motorized. So 4. And doesn't do anything here, but next turn it will put them back in supply. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. So they'll go back into supply. These guys, 7. Can't do an overrun because you'd have to do 1, 2, 3, and then, well, I could do another 3. Could 1, 2, 3 plus another 3 would be 6 to try and overrun that. Yeah, why not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would use up pretty much all the points. So they're going to go to there. And we're going to have this guy against this guy. We have 10 against 5. So 2 to 1, and that guy's in the clear. Let's see, I get a 0. 2-1 in the clear with a 0 is an L for the attacker. So these guys have to take a step loss. That didn't quite go as planned. And obviously nothing happens to the defender, so it is what it is. Let's see, these guys get 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They could go for it, but they could end up stuck here. You can only have 2 in a hex. What do you have to do? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, in fact, no, they can't, because they can't go through the zone of control into the zone of control again. Can't do that. Okay, they are just going to move up. So the thing is that if these guys fight across the river, it halves the attack value. So, you know, these two guys of a 10 become a 5 when they attack across that river. But nonetheless, what we'll do is we'll just move these guys up to here, call it quits at that. These guys, they're motorised. They in theory could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 for the river, 1 for there, 3 for the overrun, but they're not allowed to because of the rain. So they're going to move there, they're going to move there, they're going to move there, and they can just move to there. Oh, this guy can just move there. Then this side, again, these guys could have used the road, but they can't. They will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay. They're going to go way up to here using 8. These guys got 7. They can plug that hole then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops. 6. The supply unit for these green guys is this little fella here. So he needs to pretty much hang about these roads. So I'm going to move him, just, he can only go 4 anyway because of the rain. 1, 2, 3, 4. What the hell? So there was actually no point in moving that guy. Oh well. Right. Let's see. Over to these guys. So what I'm going to do is move the camera. It's obligatory. You've got to do that. Right. So that was the unit there that I just moved. That is the unit that I said, oh, you can plug that hole there. Plunk. So we're here. 7. This guy could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another 3 would make it 8, so nope. That's not happening. But we'll move him up to here. I think we'll just move this guy further up a bit again. So 1, 2, 3. And there. This guy, I'm thinking just plug that hole just in case. Wait a minute, where did he come from? Well, there's only maybe 2, was it? Yeah, I'll leave it. This chap, I don't really want him himself taking on that because that's a motorised unit and it may well be about a 4 or a 5. What I will do is, I think I'll move him up to there. Move this guy. He can go 12. He could go 3, 4, 5. 5 would be 3 into there, would be 8, plus another 3 for an overrun, would take it to about 11. So he could theoretically try and overrun this guy. Because pretty much the Germans want to get up the map pronto while the Russians are weak to get those garrison points, garrison units. The nearest garrison unit to here is way up here, but 3 or 4 hexes up from here. So fair distance. I think we'll go for it. 3, 4, 5, 8. Yeah, so we're going to try and use this guy to overrun that guy. So, boom. Let's see what he has. He has a 2. So we have a 9 against a 2, 4-1, but that guy is in the forest. So a 4-1 overrun in the forest with a 5 is LL. So both sides have to take a step loss. So this guy is not really bothering. He's got 3 steps anyway. But this guy is a goner. Eliminated. So he is going to advance after combat because he paid for that space. But that is his lot. If he had extra movement points, he could try and overrun that guy. But no. Right. We're going to say this guy is going to try and overrun this guy. Get rid of him. We'll basically get 3 chances at this, but he is pretty weak anyway. So we're going to do this guy against this guy. We have a 10 against a 2, a 5-1 in the clear. I feel like I'm in the bookies at 5-1. A 9. 5-1 in the clear with a 9 is an LR for the defender. So he has to take a step loss and he has to retreat 3 hexes for the Soviets. So either way, he's blitzed. Completely gone. And he's going to take that space. These guys, they are going to move up as much as possible. 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute, well, maybe this guy could do something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 3 would take it to 8, so he can't. So anyway, 1, 2, 3. He's done. This guy will say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is getting a bit dangerous for the old Russians. I keep calling them Russians, but technically they're Soviets in the game. But because this HQ now is in danger. There is a unit under there that I put there as part of the retreat. So maybe it'll help. We'll see. Right, these guys can go 12, but thankfully for the Russians they can't overrun. So 1, 2, 5, 8. Okay, 8. These guys, let's see. I'm trying to kind of keep the colours in groups so that I don't mix them all up and then end up screwing up the whole supply line thing, because again, may not see it in the camera, but this guy and this guy look very similar in colour, but they're 2 totally different colours in the game. That's a kind of cream and that's a light cream, and they have different supply units, so it's, and they're right next to each other. There's one there as well. Those 2 are different colours in the game. Speaking of which, I'm going to move this guy up with these guys. So we need a road near this colour. Can only go 4, so we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll say 1, 2, 3, 4. Keeps them near this group, because if I move these guys with these guys, I'm going to screw it up. Right, this guy is motorised, so he can't overrun. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He does have his eye on that though. Just right at the very top, that's an HQ unit. That one. So he's got his eye on that HQ unit. Because if he charges in there, he can't do an overrun right enough, but if he gets up there, close enough to that, he can bump it off. Thankfully at the moment, it wouldn't do that much damage, but still, principle of the matter. We're going to say he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What the hell? We'll say he's going to go up to there. This guy, he is going to go up here to keep an eye on this guy. Again, he's motorised. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so he can't do an overrun. So he's going to sit there and look menacing. These two guys, they are going to move up just to fill that gap there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get in there. And that's that colour. I've moved that guy. Got these guys here. They can go 12. Again, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. I went wonky because that marsh would be 6. Across the river would be about another 2 or something. Okay, so I need to move supply thing to go with them. 1, 2, 3, 4 would take them to there. Well, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if you can have 2 supply units on top of each other, but yeah, either way, still good. Oh, no, it's not good. No, it's not good. I've just screwed it up. Ah, balls. Right, okay, I'm not going to cheat. I'm not going to take them back. But I've just put this guy probably out of supply. This guy's a maybe. Oops. And that's what happens when you jump too far ahead. Rubbish. Oh well. Okay, let's do this blue group next. Oh, in fact, I'll move this guy up. He can go 1. I'll make him go 1, 2, 3, 4 at the moment, which might help that guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oof, I think I've just saved that guy's bacon. Right, let's see. Blue team. Okay, this guy, he does not want to tackle these two. Doesn't fancy his chances at all. So he is going to skip across, double with that guy. No, that seems pretty pointless. I could just move him to there and have him skip across and join. Okay, go with that. This guy is going to do 2, 3, 4, 5. Puts a bit of muscle in there, so we could have both of them attack that. Let's see. These guys, they're going to go 1 for the river, then 3 for the marsh, and this guy's going to do the same idea to double up. This guy's going to join them by doing, let's see, maybe quicker, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rather than going 2, 4, 5, because there's no point in staying behind this river because you get halved if you're attacking. So the 8 would become 4. So they're going to go round about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoops. So round that way. This kind of bluey colour, and again, this is where it's kind of, I'll take the middle one so I remember, but again, that's a kind of bluey colour and that's a grey colour, but they are the same colour. It's weird. So this guy's going to move up 1, 2, 3, 4, just to keep these guys in supply, and that's it for that group. So, time to move the camera again. Okay, let's see what we can do here while I try and stop my light causing crazy glare like this, which you don't want. Okay, we are now onto these orange guy. Oh, there's a blue guy in here. Never move this guy. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that you can hop across that river next time. Right. Done, done, done. Orange. So we're on to the kind of orangey guys. Right. He can go 7. Again, this guy could have done an overrun, by the way. One of these, but I'm not going to bother. Orange guy here's definitely going to skip over the river. That'd be 1. He can go 9, but he's not that strong, so we'll say 1 for the river. 2 would be 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, take him to there. 5. This guy can go 7. We'll say 2, 3. That would be, so that would make it to 6. 7 would leave him in the river, so we won't do that. We will take him to there. Stop. This guy, 12. Right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Well, he's motorised, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then another 6 would take him 11. And he'd be stuck in there. Okay, we'll go with that. He is going to be stuck in there. This guy's a 12. He is going to... Whoops. We'll say he's just going to move to there and stop. Possible combat for next time. This chap. He is going to skip over the water with a 2, 3, 4. Well, in fact, we could do 2 over the water, 3, 4, 7, and then another 3 would be 10, which could take us to an overrun. There's 2 of them in there though. We'll take it to there and stop it. This guy's a 12. Motorised, so 2, 3, 4, 5. These guys doubled up, they're 12 each. Could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 6 would be 12, that would plug that wee hole. Now, where did I put their supply unit? That is the question. Oh, he's over here. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. Oh, maybe. Right. So this guy definitely needs to move as well. I should have brought in one of those guys as a German supply unit. Foolish, silly me. Right, so this guy's definitely got to move. Okay, these guys will move. This guy's going to move. We will say... we'll just move them up to there, I think. Move them up to there. This guy needs to move 1, 2, 3, 4 up to there. So that we can hopefully get these guys into supply. 1, 2, 3, yeah, okay. So people are in supply. So I've never done that many overruns, but I think that is it for German movement.